External nares, number 400. Internal nares. And then you have the nasal vestibule, which is kind of like this area, the pointed area. And then this area right here would be the nasal cavity. And then we have these 3 ridges, 1, 2, 3. And the scroll-like ridges are called the nasal conchae. And then we have number 16, which is the hard palate. And then we have the soft palate. And then we have this right here, which is the frontal sinus. And then we have the sphenoidal sinus. And then this area right here is the nasopharynx. And then this area would be the oropharynx. And then this area would be the laryngopharynx. And then we have these folds right here, or these tubes, and these are the auditory tubes. Or auditory tube, there's only one. And then the first tonsil, these ridges over here, would be the pharyngeal tonsils. And then we have the uvula right here. And then we have the tonsils that sit next to the tongue, or in the back of the tongue, which is the linguinal tonsils. And then we have these tonsils right here, and those are the palatine tonsils. And then this area right here would be the larynx. And then we have the epiglottis. And then we have these these sides, I guess, these folds over here would be the glottis. So epiglottis, glottis. And then these 2 pairs of folds in the larynx are the vestibular and vocal folds. And the vocal folds are the true folds, or true vocal folds, and it sits inferior to the vestibular folds. So it's weird on here. And that's it.
Go.
I forgot to point out the esophagus on this model. So it's right here, and it's right behind the larynx. So this tube right there. And then we're gonna come down to the lungs. So this is the left lobe of the lung, and this would be the left superior lobe of the lung, left inferior lobe of the lung. And then we have the right lobe of the lung, right superior lobe of the lung, right middle lobe of the lung, right inferior lobe of the lung. And then on the back side, you can see the diaphragm. So it's these red parts. And then over here, visceral pleura, and it covers the entire lung. So it's all over the lung. And the parietal pleura lines the internal thoracic cavity. The hyoid bone, which is right here.
Sits below the chin.
Yeah, it just floats. And that's it.
Helps hold everything in place.